Hi guys, today's point is TypeScript tuple. So what is tuple? Basically, sometimes in programming, sorry, we need to collect the different types of elements in an array. So we can say it's a tuple. So each row, the type of data may differ. So this type of thing is available in a TypeScript. It is known as a tuple. So there might be a need to store collection of values which is of a variety of a type. Okay, so you can declare the array of different type of elements, that is a heterogeneous type, and you can access that tuple. And so TypeScript gives us a data type called a tuple that helps to achieve such a purpose, where we need the different types of elements in the row in the ARR. Okay, so it is known as a heterogeneous collection of n values. For example, look here, the variable myTuple is equal to, the first number is a 10, it's a number, then the string is given as a hello, second element, third element again it is a string given, fourth element again it is a string given, it is a TypeScript. So 4 elements are available in a myTuple variable, that is an array. Okay, but it is a tuple, it is not an array. Array, if you consider it's an array, so it is not a homogeneous type of element, so it is a tuple. So in a database also, each row is considered as a tuple. Why? Because each row, the number of columns and their data types may be different, right? Now if you just find out the length of this, so you can go with the length property. So myTuple.length, you can push and pop the number of elements inside the tuple. You can work on index also using the loop, for loop. Okay, so look here, myTuple.push, here the element is appended to this list. Now 10 hello world TypeScript and the 12th element is pushed. If you pop it, then you can pop using a pop. Now here, after appending the value, now length is checked for the myTuple, right? So 1 2 3 4, these already 4 elements. After 12, it is a length is a 5. Then you can check after pop, yes, before pop, and then you pop the element using multiple pops. So top element, it will be popped, it removes from the given tuple, yes, and then you can just check the length of the tuple after pop operation. So this is related to the basic things about the tuple. Now you can destruct the tuple also. Now here check, destructing refers to breaking up the structure of an entity. That means you can break down the tuple into the number of variables. That is also possible in TypeScript. So TypeScript supports a destructing when used in the context of a tuple. So in a tuple, destructing facility is available. So look here, variable a is equal to 10 comma hello. So 10 and hello, these are the element of a tuple, right? Now if you go like this, so variable square bracket b comma c is equal to a. So in that case, here destruction takes place and 10 is assigned to the b and hello is assigned to the c. So this is nothing but a destruction of the tuple. So this facility is available in TypeScript. It is very flexible, and you just print the console.log b. So whatever the value of b, it will print. So in this case, it is a 10 will be printed, and you can print the value of c, that is a hello. Okay, so destruction means you are destructing the structure of an tuple into the number of variables. So that thing is possible. So we just check the demo on the tuple. For example, so variable tuple, or you can declare the, and here I just go with the 10. This is a value 1, this is value 2, right? this is value 3. Okay, now here just try to print console.log length of tuple is, it's tup dot length, correct? Just save this. Now tsc, this is a tuple demo dot ts. So compile it. So it is compiled successfully, and then execute with the node, and then you need a tuple demo dot js. Now check the length is a 4, right? So number of values are available inside this is 4, correct? Now suppose I add here tuple dot push into another variable is a 20. So just save this. Again I can go with after push length is length of tuple compile again. And then execute. Look at length of tuple is 4 initially, and after push the element it is now 5. Okay, so pop operation also you can do it, right? So I will pop it, tuple dot pop, right? Now check the element. Popped element is just clear it, compile it. Now look at, sorry, here it should be the function. Save the code, compile it. Now check it, popped element is 20, correct? Popped element is 20. So this is push and pop operations on the tuple. Using for loop also you can iterate it, right? How will you iterate it? So for example, you go like this: variable index is equal to, initially it will start with 0, then index less than or equal to tuple dot length, correct? And then index plus plus, and then you just iterate console.log, and here you go with the tuple of index, correct? Now just check the output, compile again. Sorry, we have to compile it first. Compile again. and then execute. Look, so sorry, it is not saved. And then execute. So look here, 10, value 1, value 2, value 3. Okay, these are my values, right? So here you can type it X, Y, Z. A, it is my value. This is my B. This is my C. Right? This is my C. Okay, there is error in JavaScript file. Sorry. This should be TS script. Now look at in ABC, correct? So in this way you can work on tuple. Now we just check the example for destruction of the tuple. So I will take only 2 elements in a tuple, and here variable of, look at this is the A comma B I will take, and what you have to assign is a tuple. Okay, and suppose I go like this, console.log into bracket. If I print the value for A is and here you have to print A, correct? Similarly, you have to go with the B. Yes. So now check the code. This is for destruction. First I clear the screen. Compile it. Look here, value of A is 10 and value of B is A, correct? So destruction of the tuple is possible. The syntax is here. You have to just mention the list of variables that depends on how many number of elements are available in tuple. According to that, you can go with the destruction. Okay, so any doubt, you can make a comment on this. Thank you.